Pizza Hut, no. Yeah, don't raise your hand. Just say it out loud or you might miss it. No, it's not here now. Little Caesars. Tiger Box, no. Little Caesars, Domino's, no.
Quiznos.
I'll give you a hint. It has to do with sandwiches.
Quiznos.
Subway. Subway. I can get you $1 million with money. Okay, how many hearts does an octopus have? How many hearts does an octopus have? Did you say? Beamer, it is Beamer. Here, can I get you $1 million? You know who's in front of that? You're getting rich, brother. Let me give you a gift certificate here. What are you going to do with all your money? Go buy us all dinner and then take off running, right? Okay. All right, who wants to do an easy IQ test? Who wants to do it? Raise up your hand if you want to do an easy IQ test. You have to be a little older. You do it, yeah. She stands up here.
Yeah. She's been waiting.
Right there you go. Go ahead. Yeah. Where are you from? Are you visiting? Spain. Okay. Here we go. Can you stand on there? Are you good enough?
Well, I think it's going to.
No, it won't.
No, you got it. You got it.
If you can stand, I know it's hard, but look at I'm doing it. No. Okay. Here's the IQ test, right? I want you to read each triangle and go to the first one, second, and third one. First, the first one.
There is in the screen.
Second one.
Bird in the hand.
Next one.
Once in a lifetime.
How many do you think you got right?
All.
Oh, let's start with the first one. Paris.
And in the screen.
Oh.
Bird in the hand. Come on.
Oh.
Once in a lifetime.
So how many did you get right? 9. None of them. Okay, let's try this again. How many of each animal?
It's just because of the sunglasses.
How many animals? How many of each animal did Moses take into the ark?
What?
How many of each animal did Moses take into the ark? Someone help her out.
2.
2. Okay, what is the name of the raised print that deaf people use?
Braille.
You want to take that answer, Braille?
I don't know.
Spell the word shop.
SHOP.
What do you do when you come to a green light?
Stop.
Okay.
Not shop.
Is it possible to end a sentence with the word the?
No.
No? Okay, so let's go with the first question. Let's see how well you did. All right, what's your first name?
Anna.
Anna. How many of each animal did Moses take into the ark?
2.
You said 2. Moses didn't take anyone to the ark. It was Noah who took you. What is the name of the raised print that deaf people use? You know when they do that stuff, the blind people do that stuff?
Yeah.
To learn how to read? But we're talking about deaf people. Deaf people are blind. They can see blind. Nothing. Right? Spell the word shop.
S-O-O. Come on. S-H-O-P.
And I asked, what do you do when you come to a green light?
Stop.
Do you stop at a green light?
No.
Oh, you go. Okay, so Anna, here's the next question. Do you consider yourself a good person?
A good person, yes.
Okay, let's put it to the test. Anna, how many lies have you told in your lifetime? 100, 1,000, or 10,000?
How many times?
How many lies have you told in your lifetime? How many lies have you told in your lifetime? Red lies, blue lies?
A lot.
Innumerous?
1 million.
1 million. You're further than me, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to have at least 10,000. What do we call someone that tells lies?
Liar.
Okay, have you taken something that doesn't belong to you?
I sell it.
Stealing. Well, have you ever done that? Have you taken something that doesn't belong to you? Pencils, pens, your bike?
No. Yes.
Yes, you have. What do we call someone that takes something that doesn't belong to them?
Thief.
A thief. Let me ask you this. Have you ever used God's name in vain where you said, God this, and you just said it?
Yes.
The very God that created you and made you, we begin to use his word like it's filth, but if you love someone and had their name used that way, you wouldn't want to use their name that way because you kind of honor them, you know? But we do that with God's name. We just say it like it's nothing, but he says, I'm not going to hold you guiltless. So this, Anna, you admitted with your own admission, I'm not judging you, but you said you're a lying thief and a blasphemer at heart. That's called blasphemy when you use God's name that way, right? So if I judge you, if God judged you on the 10 Commandments, innocent or guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty. Heaven or hell? Knowing if you're guilty, you got to be perfect to get to heaven, right?
Yes.
So heaven or hell if he's going to judge you on the 10 Commandments? Be truthful, be honest.
I don't know.
He's going to judge you just on the 10 Commandments, nothing else. So have you ever lied? Have you ever stole? So if he judges you on those things, would you go to heaven or hell? You sound kind of doubtful now. Remember, God knows all things, right? So you're on your way towards hell, right? Would that concern you if he was going to judge you based just on the 10 commandments, the laws, right? Because we got laws of the land. If you lied to the justice system, if you lied to the courts or stole from them, what would they do? They would give you, they would make you pay a violation for the criminal act you've done against the justice system, right?
Yeah.
So here God is saying, I'm going to judge you based on all the acts you did against his justice system. But he says there's no way you're going to be able to pay it back. Because if it costs too much, you're not going to be able to afford it. And if you can't afford to pay it, what happens to you? You can't afford to pay for it. In jail, right? You go to jail if you can't afford it. Well, God says, I know you're on your way towards hell. You're going that way. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come from heaven, from my throne. And the judge that I am, because I have a justice system, I'm going to take off that black robe. And I'm going to die between heaven and earth. And all your violations of criminal acts against a holy God, a righteous God, he's going to take those acts and press them upon him. And it says it pleased the Father to crush him for your sins and my sins. The wages of sin is death, Anna, but the gift of God is eternal life. So here's the good news. As you look towards the gift, it's a free gift. But if I said, here's $10,000, Anna, to get you out of jail, and it's sitting in my hands, what do you got to do to get out of jail? You got to grab it, right? You got to take it. Same thing with the gift of salvation. It's not enough just to believe Jesus came as a historical figure. It's not enough just to believe in a God. But you actually have to say, I understand I've done sins against your justice system, God. And I want to trust in you as my Savior. And as I put you on as Jesus Christ for my salvation plan, you will give me eternal life. So Anna, now that you know you're not a good person, and he's giving you a gift, what are you going to do now at this part of your life, now that you heard the gospel message? What are you going to do with it?
I think I'm going to ride my bike and...
Okay, well, listen, think about those things.
All right.
Because they're serious. And listen, I got $100 for you, Anna, a big money from San Diego.
Whoa.
That I'm going to give you. If it's in here.
It is.
Is it a trick?
It's right there.
Oh, there it is.
Open it up, Joe. Don't rip it.
So here it is.
Wow.
$100 for you, Anna. Thank you so much for participating. Can I shake your hand?
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. Think about those things because they are serious things. I know we're having fun. But Jesus, he died for your sins, so think of those things, okay? All right. Have a
There
good
you
day.
go. Here's
Sure.
some free movies, fully free films.
Oh, thank you.
Turn it around.
Thank you.
Yeah, did you see it? Turn it around.
Yes, here. No, I
Have you
didn't.
seen any of those movies?
No.
Okay, well you can go to
So in about 10 more
fullyfreefilms.com
minutes, we'll do another
and you can
trivia
watch
for
those
San
films.
Diego.
Perfect. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Have a good day here at Balboa Park. Glad to have you here as visitors. Hope you're enjoying yourself.